Dragon here. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be my top 5 sniper loadouts in Warzone. I know that you guys probably noticed that I'm in the multiplayer menu. This is where I am going to go from now on to do the top loadout videos, because it's easier for me to just erase all the loadouts and then just redo them for whatever I need to do them for. So that's the reasoning behind that. But anyway, before we get into the top 5, because these are going to include the sniper supports as well. Make sure you guys like the video and comment. That goes a long way. Really helps the channel, and I appreciate everybody who does that. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We got everything from loadout videos, gameplay. We got some tips and tricks stuff, and all sorts of fun junk like that. So make sure you guys stick around, subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it. This is in not really a specific order for the sniper supports. They're all really good. But the snipers, they do kind of have an order. So we're going to start here with the MCPR for the sniper. And the reason this is number 5 is because you have to use the 300 explosive rounds to get the one-shot kill. But it is at any range. However, it destroys your bullet velocity. With this build, this is a max bullet velocity build with the one-shot capability, and we're under 600 meters per second. That is incredibly slow. That is SMG speed. So anybody that's within 75 meters, you can kind of point and shoot at the head, but anything else, you got to aim a little higher. So that being said, let's give you the loadout. I want you guys to keep in mind that I'm building these for the average player. We're going to make what I think will make it easiest for them to hit their shots. So let's do this. First, I want to start out by giving you guys the SPX80 6x6 optic. This one has a 6.6 and zooms into 11, and it is a very, very clean optic. So we'll go ahead and show you what the optic looks like. 6.6, 11, and bam. Okay. So next, in order to one-shot, you have to have the explosive rounds. As you can see, it cuts your velocity essentially in half. So, that's not really ideal, but it is the only way that it one-shots to the head, unfortunately. So you have to equip those. Then we have the smooth bolt, which gives you rechamber speed, which allows you to shoot faster, so it allows you to get those follow-up shots in a little quicker. However, if you feel like the gun still shoots slow, because honestly, for a sniper, it's not too bad. You could go with like the lion stock to help with aiming idle sway. So basically, it'll make it so that all that idle sway that you see while you're lining up your shot before you hold your breath, this reduces how much that is. So that's probably a good bet as well. Then we have the OMX barrel, which hurts your aiming idle sway, but it helps with the bullet velocity by 10%. And honestly, like, you need all the help you can get. And then the Nilsal 90 helps 18% with the bullet velocity, and it hurts your ADS speed the least amount. So that being said, that's that. And honestly, this is probably the number 1 sniper support because it's the fastest killing sniper support. But it is the MCW with the Jack Raven kit, which they probably will nerf with the mid-season update, which, I think they should. It's pretty powerful, but they shouldn't nerf it into the ground. They should just kind of, make it a little more fair. So you got the Jack Raven kit on there, the glassless optic, the 40-round mag, which is the most you can have, which honestly is the only balancing point for this gun, because it has basically no recoil. DR6 hand stop to help with the sprint to fire, aim down sight speed, and a little bit of movement speed, and the Zeman 35 compensated flash hider to help with recoil and firing aim stability. So we're going number 5 sniper here with number 1 sniper support, if that makes any sense. Number 4 for snipers is going to be the FJX Imperium. I like this gun better than the MCPR, so when we had just those two, and the Victix is off this list because it has the lowest bullet velocity of the 3 MW2 explosive round one-shot snipers, and it's just bulky and slow. But anyway, I always was more of a fan of the Imperium over the MCPR. I did like both, but the Imperium was always my go-to, and it was because it had potentially better bullet velocity, and the optic was cleaner, so I had that extra slot for something else. So we went with the RIB40. This is going to help with the aiming idle sway, which is the big thing. Then we have the VLK laser, which is going to help with aiming idle stability. Aim down sight, sprint to fire are just added bonuses. We have the Fahrenheit 29 barrel, which helps with the bullet velocity by 14%. As you can see, we're just shy of 600 meters per second, which is better than the MCPR, and the aim down sight speed is a little better as well. Milcel 90 here again is the best bullet velocity at 18%. And then obviously in order to one-shot, you have to have the explosive rounds, which cuts your bullet velocity in half. So I think the WSP9, I'm not sure where this falls, honestly, in the whole sniper support meta. This build gives you about 21 meters of range, which is about the same as the MCW Jack Raven, but this doesn't kill quite as fast. But it is very easy to use, and it's a little bit more mobile. So they're both easy to use. This one's just a bit more mobile. So we get the Reckless 90 long barrel, the Zeman compensated flash hider, DR6 hand stop for mobility, 40 round mag. If you were feeling ballsy, you could go to the 50 round mag, but it does hurt your mobility quite a bit. And then the glassless optic there. So number 3 here is going to be the Cat AMR, and the only reason it's not number 1 is because it is slow beyond slow. It does have really good bullet velocity at right around 1,000, but it's just so slow. Everything about this gun screams slow. So this is one of those old school hard scope snipers that you're going to be sitting up on a ridge and sniping people within 150 meters or so. So you know that you're going to get those one-shot downs. So we get the Singer LR grip, and this is going to help immensely with our aiming idle sway and our flinch resistance, which is good. It does slow it down a little bit. As you see, 908 millisecond aim down sight speed. So you are going to be hard scoping the shit out of this gun. So the high velocity ammo gives us 20% to our bullet velocity, which is the most out of all the ammo types. The effective damage range doesn't matter because it one-shot headshots at all ranges. So now we got over 1,000 bullet velocity, which is good. Then we got the Brewing Counter Op Sparrow, which gives us 18%, which I think out of all of them, that's the most. Yeah. You could use the Nightfall Suppressor, which I think gives you less, like better ADS time. Not by much, but yeah, it does. You can also use this, but you want that bullet velocity, trust me. Zang Barrel, once again, bullet velocity is king here, and it doesn't hurt your ADS speed. And then the FSS OLV laser is to help with that aiming stability. So there's that. And then we have the HRM9. This particular build is geared towards being a sniper support. So that's what it is. It's a sniper support. It is fairly easy to control. It's got a little bit of a bounce to it. But it is pretty easy to control in the ranges that you want to use it. So we got the Jack Glassless optic and the 50 round mag, which are kind of stays there. We have the DR6 hand stop to help with movement and ADS speed. You could switch to the Phantom hand stop to get a little bit better recoil control if you wanted to. Zeman compensated flash hider, recoil control, fire aim stability, helps keep the ping on the map short. And then the Princeps long barrel is the thing here. We got 25% extra damage range and 30% bullet velocity, helping with that mid-range fight. Number 2 is going to be the Moors sniper. This is not number 1, and it's because I honestly don't know. This and the XRK Stalker you could switch back and forth between as number 1 or number 2. But the Moors, something about it just feels good. But then other times it doesn't. With this build, you have a 50-meter headshot range, which isn't much, I know. Because this is the quick build. If you wanted a better range, what you do is you would get the photonic barrel. And you would, I think essentially what it does is it increases your, when it's not charged, obviously you see the 80% like lower bullet velocity. When you're fully charged, it goes plus 80% to your bullet velocity. So we go from 960 to like 1700 bullet velocity. It's essentially hit scan. So in order to get that right now, you have to do the challenge, or you can equip the Black Cell version of it. So you get the photonic charge barrel right there. And then if you're going to do that, you need the anti-material slug, I think. Yeah, anti-material slug, and that's going to one-shot at any range. And then, like I said, I personally really like the SPX sight, so that's what we're going to use. And then from here, it's all about making it a little bit faster. You have to have the quick bolts for the rechamber speed. And then from here, honestly, to keep everything like stable, I would use the OLV laser. So this is actually how I would build my Moors sniper. So you can get a one-shot headshot at any range, and it's a little bit slow, like for the charging. So it's another one of those hard scope ones, but you can quick scope someone at close range with this. And then the Ram 7 makes an excellent sniper support because it does still kill fairly quickly in its first damage range, which is about 25-30 meters. So we got the glassless optic, 60-round drum, the Razor Hawk laser light, which gives us better ADS and sprint to fire time, Bruin heavy support, and Zeman compensated flash hider. And in my opinion, the number one is the XRK Stalker. It's just the model of consistency. This build has high bullet velocity, and it has the farthest effective damage range you're going to get, and it's also very easy to use. So right now we have a 78 meter maximum damage range, our effective damage range, which is our one-shot damage. We have almost 1,300 bullet velocity. I don't think there's another way to make the damage range any better. No, there's not. This is as good as it gets. So, OLV laser to keep it stable, fission 50 or 60 barrel to give us better range and velocity. Mammoth suppressor gives us the best um, damage range. Oh, so 78. You know what? Honestly, I'll take the Nightfall suppressor. We'll take that almost 1,400 bullet velocity instead. And then the high grain rounds increasing our effective damage range there. And then the Stalker Heavy Bolt. This is going to slow your rate of fire down pretty bad. But once you get used to it, it's fine. But there's a glitch with this gun without it, where if you put your center dot when you're not aiming on the head of the dummy, and then you go to aim down sight, you'll notice that it doesn't line up. So the Stalker Heavy Bolt fixes that. It puts your initial aim accuracy right where your dot is. So that's the reason that we do that. And then the BP-50 is probably the best overall. What's it called? Sniper support, just because it's fast mobility wise, and it kills fast in its first couple damage ranges. I think it's like a 640 millisecond TTK in the first damage range, and then it drops off to like 7 something. But that's plenty of damage range and plenty of damage for the BP-50, and the iron sights are really clean. So I know that was long-winded, there was a lot of explaining, but I wanted this to be educational for people who are looking to get into sniping. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and comment on the video and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.